Have you hit the live button yet?
Yes, we are live. Good morning and welcome to the Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. We get together because we like each other's company. We all like experimenting and trying new things and sharing information. And sometimes we even do a little business. So, this morning we are going to be talking about AWeber. But first, let's continue our practice for using our elevator pitches. So, David, you're first. You were here first.
Hello, I'm Dave Flannery with Affordable Websites. We provide, that's as far as I got. I don't have it memorized. And I've been working on it all day long, all day yesterday and all day today. And after we get done, that's what I'm going to be working on again. I'm here in Rock Falls, Illinois, where the sun is shining. It's going to be 50 degrees today, and the birds are eating my bird seed like crazy. And the cat's watching them and deciding whether he's going to rip the screen off and go out and try and get him or not. So it's going to be hard for him because the window's closed. So he's not going anywhere. Back to you, LowellAnn. Hey, we got twins of Fred.
Yes, I see that.
And we have no one in chat as of yet.
Yeah. Okay.
For Vita to come in.
Okay, so keep working on that elevator pitch there, David. And Vivek.
Namaste. My name is Vivekananda. Literally, it means wisdom and happiness. I am proud to share my belief with Steve Jobs and Leonardo da Vinci, who said, "Simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication." I aim to bring time-tested wisdom and happiness together into your business and life by unifying, simplifying, and amplifying simple technology and tools. Together at Wake, we wake up our potential. That's my elevator pitch. I am in England, United Kingdom. Reading is the town. We have had a splash or glimpse of spring during the Easter that we just had. The weather just went really hot, 22, 23 degrees centigrade. And
wow.
Now it is back to 15 degrees again. So it's ups and downs, ups and downs.
Mm-hmm. So while you're there, where is Sadhguru right now?
I think he is in Bulgaria.
Okay, right on.
He was supposed to be, the original itinerary included some town in Israel, but there is some trouble in Israel, so that has been postponed or put on hold or whatever, so there is slight change.
Wow. Right on. And so, well, you got to say something about your project you're working on.
It's not really a project, I'm trying to do as much as I can for contributing towards the Save Soil movement that Sadhguru
Mm-hmm.
has started. So,
Mm-hmm. Maybe you could call it a campaign then.
yeah.
Right on. Okay. So, Fred, we saw you, two of you for a few minutes, and now you're transmitting. You must be on your old laptop. So, your transmission is really good this morning.
I hope so, but the internet's been giving me hiccups, so I'm on the Chromebook.
Where are you?
So we'll see how that works. Yeah, I don't have good internet bandwidth from what I did a test before I started, and it was worse on the old PC. So I said no, I'll try the Chromebook. So
Oh,
anyway. Long story short, I'm Fred Jones, and I'm in Langford, next to Victoria, on the southern tip of Vancouver Island, on the west coast of British Columbia, where LowellAnn hangs out as well. It's 5 degrees centigrade apparently, and I'm the creator of Our Future Leaders, where we help the younger generation to gain the self-confidence, to improve their communication and leadership skills, so they can become the leaders that we need in this rapidly changing world that we live in.
mm-hmm.
And if you know of anyone who has some interest in helping youth, please have them reach out to me, because I have lots of approaches that can assist, from talking to them from half an hour to regular club meetings on a weekly basis, whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd look forward to hearing from anyone.
Right
Back
on.
to you, LowellAnn.
Right. So I will finish off with my elevator pitch. I love supporting retired third agers who are experiencing overwhelm, uncertainty, and procrastination as they take the first steps toward creating their online business. With my solopreneur coaching service, you can choose the level of support that makes the most sense to you. Done with you, done by you, and done for you. Find out more, visit my website at LowellAnn.com. David, you're waving.
Yes, Javita has entered chat, and she says, hello, everybody. Good day to all of you.
Hey, good day, good evening to you, Javita. I know it's evening where you are. So welcome here. So this morning, just before we ended our private conversation last week, trying to decide what we were going to talk about today, David said he wanted to know more about AWeber. So that's what we're going to do. So I have a very, very brief presentation which Vivek is going to share screen. And I will just bring my notes over here so I can see them. Yes, there you can see the presentation. I can see that it's showing out quite well. So basically, as I say, this is a very, very simple and very brief presentation, but this is about AWeber. What is it and what does it do? So basically, what it is, why would we use it? Well, to promote something. That something could be your website or a service or whatever. So what it is, an autoresponder allows you to send emails to a list when you have published something on your website. And that email that goes out to your list provides a link back to your website. So that's a very simple way of talking about what an autoresponder is. So, what does it offer? Well, it allows you to build professional emails right there on the AWeber site. I was quite surprised to discover that they've integrated Canva in, so that when you're creating your emails and forms and whatnot right there on their site, you get to use Canva. That was quite surprising to me. I hadn't discovered that yet. So, so you can create various kinds of joining forms right there, and of course you create a list, and you connect to your RSS feed. Now, what is RSS feed? So what happens with an RSS feed, like on your website, you have a form where people will enter their name and their email if they want to subscribe. And that form automatically uploads that information to the AWeber list, subscriber lists. And so then whenever you publish something on your website, let's say you've written a blog post, the AWeber picks that up and sends an email to the list and provides a link to that particular posting. What else does it do? It provides privacy. It doesn't, you can't, other people can't get at the list or whatever. And one of the things that is really important is when an individual who's on the list receives that email, if they don't wish to receive that email any longer, they can unsubscribe. So it allows, it gives control to the person who is subscribing, and that happens. I mean, lots of people will subscribe and be on the list for a while, and then they discover that they've got so much stuff coming into their inbox that they have to clean it out, and so at least they're able to unsubscribe when they wish to. So now what you're seeing on the screen right now is an example of the little form that I was able to devise in AWeber and then copy it over. And so all of my blog posts have this little form below. So this is just a screenshot showing what you can do, and you can make more elaborate forms. I have some other things that come in on the end of all of my blogs. So I wanted something very, very simple and something that would look really nice with my purple, my corporate purple. So that's I just provided that so you could see what you can put on your website. So let's go to the next slide. Now, the next question is, what does it cost? And I might say that from my own experience, this is the third autoresponder I've used. The first one I used, it was free, but it was so complex that I just found it was just a pain every time I wanted to use it. So then I remember griping about that one day, maybe in this group, because I think it was Alana who told me, why don't you try Mad Mimi? So I did. I went to Mad Mimi, and Mad Mimi was not free. I think I paid $10 a month for it. and it was a nice little system, not bad at all. But $10 a month American, of course, that's probably close to $13 a month. And then I don't remember who told me that AWeber had a free system. They for a long time they didn't, but now they do. So what you're seeing on the screen is what is included in both. So with the free version, up to 500 subscribers. That'll take me a while to get to 500, let me tell you. I think I may have 150 or 175 on my list. So, and of course you can create your own landing pages, and everything you're doing is by drag and drop, very easy, simple way to do things. And there are some email templates in there so that, you just pick one that you like and put it together. It was really quite simple. However, with the free version, you have one list. And eventually, like if you have more than one site and you want more than one list, then the free version is not going to work for you, because with the segmented, to have a segmented list, you need to go pro. Then the other item for the free version is up to 3,000. Oh, there's a zero missing. 3,000 emails per month. It's unlikely that I'm ever going to send 3,000 emails or do anything that often. And it also provides tagging. And so that's one thing I was unable to figure out. What the heck is that tagging? And so in conversation with Jay last night, he sort of explained it. So if somebody, they get the analytics that you get, if it'll show if somebody clicked, if they saw your email and they went and they clicked on the link, etc., you can tag them in a certain way. And by tagging them, that allows you to maybe send them an additional message of some sort. So it's just a way of watching the way people, what they do when they come to your, or when they get the email, and then maybe connecting with them additionally. So that's kind of what that tagging means. I haven't used that as yet. The pro version, $16.15 a month, and that would be $16.15 American. So that would be considerably higher in Canadian dollars. Unlimited subscribers, an unlimited number of emails, and segmented lists, and then enhanced analytics. So, I mean, if you're really successful with what you're doing, eventually, it quite likely would make it worthwhile to go pro. So. All right, and so that's my limited presentation, and my final slide. I'm just saying, go to my website and join my list. So, anyway, I'm just kind of curious to know whether any of you would find yourself wanting to use such a thing.
I think the biggest advantage of using a tool like this is whenever you update your website, a bunch of people would be informed
Correct.
via email.
Correct.
Um, so that is a very useful thing, and for that to happen, you just have to set up the tool properly,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. You update your website as you normally do, and in the background, AWeber does its job.
Mm-hmm.
So it sends the emails, and hopefully they will visit your website and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in that sense, yes, it's a very useful tool. Um, if you are ma- if you are updating your website very frequently, um, and maybe you're not very regular with it, then it's a very useful tool, so that whenever you update it, you may not be updating it every week. Maybe you update it maybe whenever you feel like, or maybe once a month or something like that. In such a situation, all those people who have shown interest would be notified. So that's the good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I do also think that the advantage is so that when people receive that email, there is the capability of unsubscribing if they wish to. Yeah. So, David, you're kind of waving there.
Yeah, on the $16 price or $17 a month price, how many lists can you have? I didn't. I
You
got
can,
distracted there a little bit.
it's unlimited.
It's unlimited. Okay.
Yeah.
So at that point, you okay.
Yeah.
And then was it 300 a month emails?
3,000.
3,000. Okay. And
You want to see the
when
thing? Do you want to see the slide again?
well, the slide says 3,00.
I know.
That's why I was saying 300.
That's what I said. I missed a zero.
Yeah, and that's okay. I got distracted for a quick second there, and I just had those two questions. I got everything else. On the 3,000, do you know on the 3,000 emails, is that total email sent, or is that one type of email sent? Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
I may need to explain it a little bit.
I don't know what you mean.
I have an email that I'm going to send to 400 people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And then, so that's 400 emails that's sent, not just one, because I sent one template. Correct?
Oh, you mean for emails to 3,000 people? Is that what you mean?
Right. Well, if you're on the free version, you're only allowed 3,000 emails a month. If you send to your 400 subscribers, if you send that,
I think it's
20,
the number of emails, not the number of individual. I don't think it works that way.
not templates.
No.
Okay,
No.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're using this now, correct?
Yes.
How do you like it?
It's working just fine. I'm
So
I mean, at one stage of the game, I hadn't realized that you couldn't segment your list, and at one stage of the game, I had the emails going out, notifying of of a blog post or whatever. But I had a drip campaign going there as well, and I had initially, when I was with Mad Mimi, I had two lists, right? One where people would subscribe to the drip campaign, which was a 10 module course, is what it was. So instead of going with Pro and having a segmented list, what I did was I just moved that course over and put it onto the website.
Okay.
So people could get to
You're
it.
you're still running the free version, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as per my calculations, I think if you have 500 subscribers, um, and if you do 2 updates, you end up sending 1,000 emails. So, in a month, you can do 3 such updates to your website.
Okay. That's if you're at 500 or
Yeah.
499.9.
Yeah.
We got to cut someone's hand off, I mean, well, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I think that for a person who is posting on a regular basis, it's really quite useful.
Well, it's like everything. It's a good way to go, because at 500 people, if you got a list of 500 people, you should be making enough to be able to justify spending $16 a month to get to the unlimited.
Yeah.
And if you're running 2 lists or 4 lists or something like that, you should be able to afford the $16 a month. That's still not bad. Do you get a discount if you pay for it yearly?
That $16 thing is what it is yearly. It's an annual billing. I do believe it's a little higher if it's a monthly billing. Yeah. So I'm curious to know
That's
what?
That's okay. Starting as low as $16 per month, billed annually, from 0 to 500 subscribers, and it's $20 a month if you're going
Monthly.
But it says everything included: unlimited emails,
Yeah.
advanced AWeber branding, detailed insights and analytics, web page sales tracking, split testing, and more.
Yeah.
So at the annual of 16 to 15, you're only able to get 500 subscribers.
You've got 500 subscribers for free.
Yeah, but you don't. The other things that you don't get is you get unlimited email lists, which you don't get with the free. You get branding,
Yeah.
removal of branding, and analytics, web page sales and tracking,
Yeah.
split testing, and more.
Yeah. The day I would get into doing split testing, I think I'd have to be really complex before I would get to that.
Well, I'm getting ready to do that. Now the next level is $26.15 a month annually. If it's monthly, it's $30 a month. Quarterly is $26.33 a month. But that's from 500 to 2,500 subscribers. So you don't get unlimited subscribers, but you do get the unlimited emails, the unlimited lists,
Yeah.
and all that. So, but you only get 500 subscribers, which is still that. I mean, 500 subscribers is a lot of subscribers, at least in my business and what I'm doing. There's other people that, you know, 1,000, but like I said, you get up to 500, you get above 500, you should be able to pay the next level, which is, 500 to 2,500.
So Vivek and I were chatting yesterday, and just speculating about what other way you could do things. For example, Vivek has created Chipmunk to be able to send out invitations, etc., to people who want to come to this. So, but one of the things that Chipmunk doesn't allow people to do is unsubscribe.
Yeah, and that to me is one of the most important things, because in the real estate business, you have to be able to unsubscribe, and that has to be done successfully. And when you're dealing with a list of 200 or 300 people, you're getting 4 or 5 of those a week or whatever. In my experience, I've done it a couple times.
Because they bought a house and they are settling there. They do no longer want to know about other houses that are on the market.
Correct.
They are done.
Yeah, so they unsubscribe, and then at that point, if you don't,
unless David sends them flowers every Thanksgiving Day and keeps in contact, they no longer want to hear from David.
You're correct. It's amazing. You become very good friends in a matter of a month and a half. I mean, it's amazing how close you get to these people. And then the closing comes, and nothing. Absolutely. If you don't initiate the contact, absolutely nothing happens. I mean, they don't say, "Hey, Dave, what's going on? How's things going?" It struck me a number of different times that how amazing it is that we get really close. I mean, you're right into everybody's business, and everybody, what everybody's doing, and what's going on, what their family's doing, and so forth and so on. And if you initiate the conversation, they don't mind talking to you. I mean, it's not in most cases, unless you made something that made them mad at you for some reason. But in most cases, they don't mind talking to you, and they don't mind updating you on what's happening with their family, and they don't mind you updating them. And birthday cards and anniversary cards and Christmas cards and Thanksgiving turkeys and Easter hams, and everybody's happy then.
Yeah. So one thing I should mention that I didn't mention in the presentation is that on your website, especially if you're using Generate Press, which most of us are, what you do is put your information into what's it called, Elements, I think. And within Elements, you can select what kind of a transmission you want to generate something. For example, what kind of a transmission do you want that form to show up on? So for me, I was able to say, well, for any of the blog posts that I send, that I do that relate to doing the Success Circle, for example, I don't put that on. But I'm able to choose other kinds of blog posts that I do that are informational, which I do. So there are ways to select what kind of a blog post or whatever you want to show that form on. So it's and once that's set up, it's just there's no work to it. Once it's done, and then it works. Yeah. So yeah. So Fred, can you I know you send emails with the link to your YouTube. But that I'm guessing that you maintain your own list. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stop my video because hopefully you'll hear me. Mm-hmm. The internet's been very patchy. Excuse me, I'm just going to I when I set up one of my websites, not the one about YouTube, I had somehow on the website I was able to have subscribers, and I could send out emails, and they could subscribe and so on. And I wasn't using any autoresponder, but I could have subscribers for some reason. I don't remember the reason, because after a few years, I had maybe less than 100 subscribers, maybe 50 to 60 something subscribers ultimately. And then that disappeared. Somehow that technology that I was using got lost in upgrades, and I don't know, and I struggled with it, and eventually I lost those 50 or 60. So I looked for additional autoresponders, and AWeber I don't think had a free version at that time. So I don't have that many subscribers, so I didn't want to pay.
Right.
So I found another product out of Europe, which was, I think it was called Mailer Lite, and they looked good. But I never really, and to get their free version, you had to prove that you were actually at a website. You weren't just messing around. And so I did manage to get through that hoop and get on their mailing list. And it looks very good, but hey, I never really pursued it a lot. It's not something, I believe autoresponders are for people who do email marketing, and you have some products that you want to sell and you want to keep them updated. And I hope you're still hearing me. Are you still hearing me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me? Okay, because my screen is frozen, but so what I've done is I just use Gmail, and I have a list there, and I just send it to the people, if they want to go off the list, because I don't have that many, I just unsubscribe them. It's quite easy. But I believe like Mira Cothand, her email systems and so on, you would need an autoresponder, because that's where you're making your money. You're selling products, either courses or books or whatever, real estate. And the one thing I would say to Dave, yes, people after they buy a house don't want to talk to you, but they know other people who may want to buy a house, and you want to keep them aware that you're still around, so that when they're talking to their friends, oh, I'm looking for a house, they say, oh, you should talk to Dave.
Yes.
So
and
that's important.
That is a big hole in my process in website.
Yes. From what you were saying, they never speak to me. Well, but they will speak to you if you contact them. That's when the mailing list is important, and that's where what I suggested to you one of the other sessions was those 8 profit activators.
I'm
how to follow up, because that really tells you how to get referrals. And that man was in the real estate market. That's where he made his money originally. So that's why Dean Jackson and the profit activators and how to get referrals is important, especially in the real estate. If you're still going to continue in the real estate market, which it looks like you are still hanging in there, because I know at one time you weren't sure you were going to do that. Anyway, those are my comments. I believe if you are selling, you need a good autoresponder. AWeber probably, at least they have a free version. Yep. And it does a lot of things for you. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with autoresponders. You can have a whole system of mailers that go out at a certain time, and you can qualify. It only goes to these people, and so on. It becomes, but that's really email marketing, in my opinion, and that's where this is valuable. And I'm not doing email marketing as such, but yes, I think it's a wonderful product. And AWeber's been around. It's probably one of the first ones. It's been around for years.
For a long time. Yeah.
And that's important, because if what happened to me is I did have a mailing list. It wasn't important. It was about another. It wasn't. I wasn't marketing it. I was just saying, hey, I put a post on my blog post, but it disappeared. And it was frustrating, because I tried to update it, and why isn't it? It's not working with the new updated version of the website, and whatever. And I just lost it. So I never got those 50, 60 people back, so to speak. So anyway, it's important. And AWeber, I think, has probably got a lot of stability, because it's been around a long time.
Absolutely.
So You got to consider it's like buying an automobile and you find that they have no spare parts and nobody knows how to fix them. And it disappears. What's the use of the automobile if you can't,
Right.
get it going?
Right.
Same with same with your autoresponder. So you're looking for a reliable one. And so that's my input. That's been my experience with autoresponders for what it is. But for solopreneurs that want to do email marketing, yeah, autoresponder is fantastic from what I've seen.
Yeah. Right on. So if I'm just wondering if there are other comments or whatever. I think we've kind of come to the end of our what I know of about this. Any other comments?
I was kind of thinking of comparing this with the MailChimp. The drawback with the MailChimp is it's not really tied to your website as such. MailChimp does allow you to create a form for subscribing and so on. Every email it sends out, it does send out a link to unsubscribe and so on, but it doesn't do anything not really tied to your website as such. You can create as many posts as you want. MailChimp doesn't do anything for you, not on its own.
So it doesn't have it doesn't do the RSS feed then? Is that what you're saying?
At least as far as I know, it doesn't have that feature. When you, as far as I have seen, you create a post on your website and AWeber does it automatically, sends a list message to everybody saying that, hey, so and so has updated the website, here is the link, you want to read, click here.
Yep.
So which does not happen with, as far as I know, not with the MailChimp, unless there is some other plugin or extension or something which you can use, or I don't know. But otherwise, MailChimp has been really popular and powerful and all that.
It's been around for a long time as well.
Yeah, with the marketing and email marketing and so on, but it doesn't tie it down to your website, even though they do say that you need to have a website and you have to give them a link to your website, but whatever else you do on the website does not reflect on the mailing list. So it's a bit of a...
Interesting.
They do have a missing link. A link is missing there.
Interesting. Right on.
I got a question. Do you use their plugin and does it cost extra money? AWeber's plugin.
Yes, I do.
Does it cost money
No.
too?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
The plugin allows you to do like set up when you automatically do a blog post and it sends a template out that says, that it sends a template out that can just put a like your featured image or the first 200 words, and then this is a blog, and take the title and put the title in there, and see our new blog and so forth and so on. Okay. Javita is asking, do you need to verify your website with AWeber?
That's a good question.
I think you do.
I think you probably would do, but I don't remember doing it.
Well, I wonder if you would, if you're not using the plugin, I wonder if you would need to, because you might not, you can do email marketing and not have a website.
Yes, you can.
If you know what I mean, you
Yes, you
can absolutely do that without a website, and and you may be just sending out information and just have a mail list that you're sending information out, and it's like Constant Contact. I know you don't need to have a website with that, but they're expensive, and and whatnot. I mean, at $16 a month, you really get a lot. And I think the last time I checked, they were like Constant Contact was over $25 a month, getting close to 30.
Right. Yeah. Well, but this plugin, you just the plugin is free. You just download it and set everything up, and away you go. It was very easy. Yeah. So, anything else that we need to talk about, AWeber? It is nice to have. It is nice to send things out to people that allows them to unsubscribe when they want to. So I think that's I think I'm looking at my own inbox. If something's coming in and I have to send somebody an email asking them to remove me from the list, I'm less likely to do that than to just hit a button that says unsubscribe. So, yeah. All right. So with that, I will remind everyone that it's important to do what you love with passion. And we will see you next time. I don't know when next time will be, to let you know. And so I'll hit the Alt 4. So thanks for joining me.